Hello Q-steppers and fellow R-coders, and welcome to another tutorial in the series of How To in R. This tutorial will cover how to make R more accessible by using my own experiences as an undergraduate student with dyslexia and meares syndrome. The team at Glasgow Q-step thought it would be an amazing idea to share how we can change the RStudio interface to enable a more accessible experience for those times when you are spending a considerable amount of time using RStudio. This tutorial will focus on the subtle changes you can make to the RStudio interface, including changing the font size, the screen size and layout, the screen background, and additionally, we will focus on an open source text font created specifically for people with dyslexia called Open Dyslexic Mono that can be downloaded and imported into R. So let's get started making those subtle changes. If you click on the Tools option on the taskbar, click on Global Options and then go into the Appearance option. You can make most of the changes from this pane, and it will illustrate the changes in this preview pane. So to change the font size, click on Editor Font Size, and we will change the font to 16 for this example. And as you can see, the font has got larger. The default font in R is Consolas, and if you click through here, you can change. As you can see, it changes in the preview pane. Okay, we'll leave it on Lucinda console for now. The editor theme option lets you change the appearance of the background. Again, you can glance at the preview. So my favourites here to use are the Cobalt option. As you can see, it changes the background to a sort of dark blue and also changes the colours of the font as well. So another one of my favourites is the Solarized Light option, which gives you a nice cream background. Okay, so let's leave it on these options just now and you will see the difference. So I will buffer for a couple of seconds. Now, as you can see, the font size has changed and the background has changed also. Another subtle change you can make is to change the layout of the pane outline. You can change the global environment over to the left side. If you click on the pane icon at the top, you can change the console over to the right. What you can also do is close this part over, and you can choose your preference of R script. Now, I usually work in R Markdown, so there is no need for me to have the console opened. Another thing you can do is you can use the small icons at the top and the bottom, and you can just make it one screen. To retrieve all panes, you just click on the pane icon at the top again and show all panes, and all 4 panes will come back. Okay, so let's close these over for now. So now for the magical Open Dyslexic Mono font. So what is Open Dyslexic? Open Dyslexic, it's an open source font created by a dyslexic person to make reading much easier for people like myself who have dyslexia. It works by incorporating wider letter spacing and by reshaping the letters to have a weighted bottom. This helps with keeping your eyes fixated on the words and not circling around the words, as us dyslexics tend to do. So this is life-changing for people with dyslexia. I can't recommend it enough. Once downloaded, you can import Open Dyslexia font into Word as well as R, and there is also a really cool Google plugin that will overwrite text on most internet browser pages. So the first step is to search the internet for the Open Dyslexic Mono font. you will need to make sure that the mono font is in the package, as this is specifically for coding. To download the Open Dyslexic mono font onto this computer, I used Font2U, but there are others out there. So if you follow the instructions to download the font package, download the zip file and extract the zip file. If you open the Dyslexic mono file and click on Install, this should automatically incorporate the text into Word and into R. Now, if you have R running at this point, you will need to save your work and restart R. Then what you can do, if you go to the Tools taskbar again, into the global option again, and Appearance, if you go into your editor font, you should now see the Open Dyslexic Mono, and the differences are illustrated in the pane again. And now you can see that R has incorporated the Open Dyslexic Mono font into the script pane. I hope this tutorial has demonstrated the subtle changes that you can implement to the RStudio interface to create an accessible, user-friendly experience. And I hope that if you have dyslexia or meares syndrome, if you hadn't heard of the Open Dyslexic font before, this tutorial may have just changed your life. So happy coding, Q-steppers, and remember to subscribe to our social media channels, and thank you for watching.